I'm beautiful. I'm intelligent. I'm fearless. I'm an achiever.
Hello Amazon, you're welcome to Female and More, your number one female-centric show on the continent of Africa. Female and More is an offshoot of the Female and More community, a community of African females where we boost our self-esteem, discover our potentials in order to live our best selves. Female and More is brought to you by Youngsters Foundation with support from Ford Foundation. As always on the show, I'll be bringing you lots of fun and edutainment, and we will be discussing an important topic today. And to do that, I'll be doing that with two amazing ladies who happen to be members of the Female and More community. So I would advise that you sit tight, do not go anywhere. I'll be right back and we'll have lots of fun. Hi ladies, good to have you on the show today. I'm so excited to be discussing what we are discussing today with the both of you. So our topic is the role of African women in social change across Africa. Yeah, and there are no better persons to discuss with this with than, of course, participants of the Female and More project so far. Let me start by asking you how the Female and More project was for you when you first participated. How was it? Just give me one word.
This is my first time.
Amazing, right? Yeah. So for you, Esther?
This is my first time and it's going on well.
Going on well. That sounds pretty much like
it's going on well. Like it's something new to me. It's something challenging. So it's like, dare to be a trailblazer, dare to go for it. So that's how it is for me.
And I believe that's the same way for a lot of ladies too who are going through that.
Yeah, exactly.
So fast. I think our viewers would like to meet you. So let's start with you, lady on white hijab.
Okay, thanks for having me. My name is Mr. Yusuf. I'm the founder of Mr. B's Foundation, and I'm a chemical engineer by profession.
Wow, good to meet you, Mr. And thank you for coming on the show today. Yes,
thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me too. My name is Esther Magba. I am a data analyst and a voiceover artist and a student.
Wow. That must be why your voice is so sonorous and sweet. Good to have you both. Good to have you both at the show today. So we'll get into it quickly. I just like to start by asking us how we define social change. I know that there are a lot of ways social change is defined. A lot of scholars have done work around it and given their definitions. But Ms. Tura, for you, what is social change?
Okay, for me, social change is majorly your interaction with the environment and the impact it has on others. So it's just your own role, your own aspects of the way you give back to the community, irrespective of how you do it.
Okay, so your interaction with the community around you, the society around you, whether it's for good or for bad, what you are contributing, that's what leads to social change. All right, thank you. Esther, what do you think?
Okay, social change for me is everything you do to improve the quality of life around you. All right, the betterment of your community. That's what social change is. Wow. A very simple definition.
Perfect definitions. No need to just spit around it. Okay, so since we know what social change is, all right, and from what Mr. Tura said, I can gather that social change can either be good social change or bad social change. Now, this is Female and More, and the topic is what the role of women are or can be, African females can be in driving and championing social change, and I believe positive social change across the continent of Africa. So I'd like to ask you, what do you think should be the role of African females like me and yourself in seeing to positive social change across Africa? Esther, let me know what you think.
All right. So I think the role of African women in driving social change, social impact is, first off, the awareness, they should do awareness of gender equality. I know people think that this topic has been saturated, but that's a lie. We should advocate more. We need to get to that generation where we don't have the first female in this, first female in that, first female in that. we want more female. So becoming a president, female president, is a usual thing. And again, I also think rather that the role of African women is also to immensely drive the 2030 SDG, right? Like they should get involved in the sustainable development goals. Women are more empathetic, they're more emotional. So yes, I think they can do well in that. Thank you.
And like you rightly said, the truth should remain that if we're talking about social change, the sustainable development goals are a tool to achieving positive social change across Africa. So if you can have more women become actively involved and showing full support for the goals, whether it's goal 1, goal 2, goal 3, goal 17, across their communities. Perfect. Thank you very much, Esther. Mr. Let me hear you.
Okay. Yes, I quite agree with Esther's point, but I think I would like to bring it home.
Okay.
Because there's this popular saying that says that charity begins at home.
True.
And if we want that change in the world, in the continent, in the country, in the city, it should actually start from the family.
Yeah.
Because women are mostly seen as those who drive the family, who drive the home. And whatever an individual portrays out there as a reflection of what is our upbringing. So I think if women start to give our children, either male or female, that upbringing, they go into the society, drive that change, which also reflects in the community and every other place. So, and when we start this inclusion aspect, it gets to a point where the generation of men will actually even get involved in bringing ladies together and to support Esther's point of gender inclusion and gender equality.
Okay, this is great. So from what you just said, I can gather that since women are mothers at home, if we take home training more deliberately, train the female as well as the male to know what each gender should be and do in the society, that way, being mothers, we have been given the opportunity to make input into not just the Africa of today, but the Africa of tomorrow.
To contribute to that, I think another role an African woman can play in social impact is women supporting women. Okay, women supporting women would also curb sexual and gender violence in the sense that I'm a woman and I'm in a position, that can help people. All right, so a woman coming to the, I'm up already. I need to bring someone up without any compromise, without having her to sleep with me or having to harass her sexually to get that position.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not saying we should be biased, just to get any woman. No, you have to get an excellent woman. But then women supporting women makes this conversation really better.
I get. So you're saying that the more we have women come up and take position, all right, take lead, it becomes easier for more women to also come on board. There will be no need to pay for a position with your body, go through the sexual violence that women go through because they are predominantly men in their various fields and all of that. Thank you so much for the points that you've made so far, Esther and Ms. Tira. So I'd like to ask, before we end it today, what are your words to females out there, your personal words to females out there? Like a word of encouragement or whatever to fire them up.
Okay. My words of encouragement is start where you are, lady. Start where you are. Start small. Start unafraid. Start unashamed. Start unapologetical. Start with your neighbor. Just start. You don't have to be Kamala Harris or Ibuka Oshika to start. Start somewhere and make impact, add value. That's it.
Thank you very much, Esther. Ms. Tira, what do you say to all of us?
Okay, Esther actually took them out there, but just like she said, make that change. The act of kindness that affects whoever's present state should also be reflected in the future. Yes, just through one person, and it keeps extending till it gets out there to the world. So just keep making that change, keep affecting people, keep that act of kindness, and shout out to every lady doing great things out there.
Yeah, real shout out to all ladies who are doing great things. And shout out to the ladies who are going to decide to start doing great things from watching us.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much, Esther and Mistura, for coming on the show to do this.
Yes.
On behalf of all our viewers, I say thank you.
You're welcome.
Good to see you both come to do this, and I really hope to keep hearing good news of what you're doing in your various communities. Keep the fire burning and don't stop. And to all of us, I would say, let's not forget that we are female and more. Thank you very much. That was a fantastic discussion we had right there, and I'm sure you enjoyed it and as well learned a lot. So I want to ask you now, like I asked the guests, all right, what is the role that you can play to see that we have positive social change across Africa, beginning with your own community? Think about that, and I want you to comment that across our social media handles. Don't forget to like our YouTube channel, to follow us across our social media handles, and to drop those comments. Very, very, very important. I'd like to leave you here, but before I do that, I have a very short story I want to tell you that will leave you with today. Are you ready to hear my story? All right, so listen while I read it to you. It says, one day a woman was walking along the beach when she noticed a girl picking something up and gently throwing it into the ocean. Approaching the girl, she asked, "What are you doing?" The young girl replied, "I'm throwing starfish back into the ocean. The surf is up and the tide is going out. If I don't throw them back, they will all die." "Child," the woman said, "don't you realize there are miles and miles of beach and hundreds of starfish? You can't make a difference." After listening politely to the woman, the girl bent down, picked up another starfish and threw it back into the ocean. Then smiling back at the woman, she said, "This made a difference for that one." You might not be able to make a difference for all the people all across Africa, but you can make a difference for one person in your community, and that difference you make can have a ripple effect. So I want you to go out there till I come to you again. Go out there, make a difference in your community, be committed to positive social change, and do not forget, you are female and more.